Yo, what's up guys? Got PokeaimMD here with a video on Mega Manectric. A lot of people have been asking me what are my thoughts on Mega Manectric, Swampert, Mega Abomasnow. By the way, Mega Swampert obviously. I'm not talking about the original team player, but Megapert and Mega Sceptile, since a lot of these guys are going to be released or are already released on Wi-Fi. I think Manectric is getting released after the end of this month. And I kind of did just want to give my thoughts since a lot of people have been asking. I figured I'd make it in a video. Now, obviously Mega Manectric did get a buff this generation. The fact that it goes from its original 339 speed, if I'm not mistaken, it goes from its original, base 105, which is 339 at max, all the way to 405. Now, this is really cool because it automatically allows you to outspeed Pokemon such as the Lotties, Thundurus, Serperior, Keldeo, Greninja, which is another big one, Mega Metagross, though I'm not sure how much longer that mon's going to be here. So that's one huge buff that Manectric did get. Now, again, this is really good because you're able to threaten all of those with super effective attacks. Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Overheat, Hidden Power, Ice. A few things that Mega Manectric does have over Tapu Koko, because I want to talk about Mega Manectric and compare it to the other electric types as well, is the fact that it does outspeed Battle Bond Greninja. So Battle Bond Greninja is forced, or Ash Greninja rather, is forced to go for Water Shuriken versus you, whereas versus Tapu Koko, who only hits 394 speed, can get Hydro Pump to death or Dark Pulse for a 2-hit KO if it is at like 50% or whatnot. Now, this is pretty much what you'll always see on Mega Manectric. Maybe you'll see Toxic on it over one of these moves to be able to hit something like Tangrowth upon switching. One of the good things about Mega Manectric as well is the fact that it beats the defensive core, or can really threaten the defensive core a little bit better than Tapu Koko, of Assault Vest Tangrowth, Toxapex, and Landorus having the strong Hidden Power Ice, of course, being stronger than Tapu Koko, so having a stronger Hidden Power Ice, having Overheat or Flamethrower to threaten Tangrowth. If you guys didn't know, I'll show you the calc right here. Overheat does 52 to 61% to max special defense, Assault Vest Tangrowth. So if this thing is switching in on a Thunderbolt with some spikes up, you can knock it out with Overheat depending on rolls, or Spikes and Stealth Rock up. Obviously, full up Thunderbolt plus Overheat will be able to knock it out. Or Flamethrower being a 3-hit KO, doing 36 to 43%, which is pretty big on that. And of course, your Hidden Power Ice being stronger than Tapu Koko's Hidden Power Ice, because the main item ran on Tapu Koko is typically a magnet, so it could power up your Thunderbolt, which is stronger because of electric terrain, or electric surge rather. But of course, it does lose out on a few things that Tapu Koko does have. Obviously, having electric terrain, well, built-in electric terrain is really nice, powering up your Thunderbolt, allowing you to do massive damage with your electric type attacks. A big thing that Tapu Koko does have over it is U-turn as well. With Dugtrio being everywhere, Focus Sash, Dugtrio, or even Choice Scarf, though obviously Tapu Koko can't do much versus that unless it is running a Choice Scarf on its own. With Focus Sash, Dugtrio being everywhere, you have to be careful about just Volt Switching around with Mega Manectric. Whereas if it was Focus Sash or confirmed Focus Sash, or it looks like on the team it's Focus Sash, Tapu Koko can just U-turn out of there to break the sash. Doesn't have to worry about being trapped. Though Manectric, of course, does have Intimidate, which is another thing it does have going for it, lowering your opponent's attack. And so if a setup mon is coming out, you can send out Manectric. It's a better check to Scizor than Tapu Koko would be, because Tapu Koko takes neutral from the Bullet Punch, so +2, doing some damage if it is offensive. Scizor, whereas Mega Manectric gets off to Intimidate and threatens it with Overheat or Flamethrower, respectively. Now, I don't think that these two actually pair well together, and it's not because there are just too many electric types on the team or anything like that. Yes, electric terrain is really nice for Manectric, powering up that Thunderbolt and whatnot. And though you do have to be careful because Life Orb Tapu Koko does also have a strong HP Ice, which I believe is on par with Mega Manectric's, if I'm not mistaken. Also having access to Taunt and Nature's Madness, so being able to beat like a Stall Breaker. Whereas Mega Manectric is more of an offensive fast pivot that benefits from hazards. Same thing with Tapu Koko, but Mega Manectric is just faster. I don't think that they actually pair too well together, mainly because defensively, Double Electric does nothing for each other. They actually do nothing for each other. They just make you weaker to ground. And also the fact that while they can break through Tangrowth still does threaten both of them with Earthquake. As you can see, Earthquake is still almost 2-hit KO. 2-hit KO. It rocks even after Intimidate. Sludge Bomb or Giga Drain also doing some massive damage. And of course, Tapu Koko does have Roost over Mega Manectric, but I don't think they pair too well together because Double Electric doesn't really it doesn't bring enough to the table. That I don't think Manectric brings enough to the table to actually pair well with Tapu Koko. Whereas if it was actually Zapdos, another Oyumon, and Zapdos can actually really be compared to Manectric because you can run Thunderbolt, Discharge, Heat Wave, Hidden Power Ice, and get the exact same coverage. So defensively, Zapdos would be better. Obviously, Mega Manectric is a defensive Pokemon. And then you even have on top of that reliable recovery on Roost. Also having access to Defog, right? Static and whatnot. But again, the Manectric is one of those just offensive electric types. And just similar to Tapu Koko in the fact that it can just run Rampage, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch around, scare ground signs, Hidden Power Ice, and have Overheat. But defensively, obviously they don't have any synergy together. Even then, like Tapu Koko pairs well versus Bisharp because it doesn't care about the Sucker Punch and it can threaten with Thunderbolt, whereas Manectric is powering it up with Intimidate because of Defiant. Though I think it is pretty cool prior to Mega Evolution if you bring this Mon in on, let's say, Tapu Koko's Thunderbolt, you get your Lightning Rod, get your +1 special attack boost. The Mega Evolve, you are faster, threaten it with Thunderbolt for an easy 2-hit KO, especially in Electric Terrain. And that's another thing though, Electric Terrain also prevents sleep. So that's another thing that Tapu Koko does have over it. But all in all, as its own Pokemon, I think that Mega Manectric does have that speed really going for it. Especially because right now, a lot of common Pokemon, especially on the defensive core that I talked about, Defogging Mega Scizor is another Mon that's really common on that Mon. And Mega Manectric can come in on Defog and again, just threaten it with that Fire type attack. But I think in the metagame, it's going to be pretty solid. I already mentioned how it's going to be able to outspeed like Lottie, Thundurus, Mons like that, Garchomp, Greninja. Again, don't know how long those Mons will actually be in the tier itself. But also Sucker Punch being able to neutralize, or not neutralize, but -1 the attack on Mawile, which is pretty good. And even the fact that Marowak isn't running Lightning Rod as much right now, they're actually running Rockhead because, again, that helps the stall matchup, since they don't take any recoil from Flare Blitz. So if there's SD versus Stall and you Flare Blitz a Chansey, you're not dying to recoil. But I could see Marowak going back to running Rockhead all the time. But yeah, being an offensive electric type, being able to threaten grounds with Hidden Power Ice, and even like Tapu Bulu with Overheat. Oh, I forgot Mega. I was like, wait, why is Mega still Xenolia? But I forgot they're doing that for the Megas. And even being able to threaten Rain. Though I think if I'm running Rain, I would definitely run Koko over Manectric. Because Manectric isn't one of those Pokemon like, okay, because I have Manectric on my team, for example, Medicham is better or Metagross is better. No, that's something that Tapu Koko can do. Because Tapu Koko's on the team, gets Electric Terrain, and then powers up Metagross's Thunder Punch, letting it 2-hit KO Skarmory, powers up Medicham's Thunder Punch, letting it 2-hit KO Mega Sableye. Manectric does obviously take up your Mega slot, so. But I think it does pair well with something like Tapu Lele, obviously being able to threaten the Steel types that threaten Lele, like Celesteela, being able to also a Psychic Terrain pairing well with Manectric, since like I said, Battle Bond Greninja, best thing it can do, Water Shuriken, if you are faster, of course. Not, you can't switch into that. No, you're a check to Greninja. I need to make sure that's clarified. You're a check to Greninja. But I do actually look forward to how Manectric is going to be played in the metagame. We do have to worry about Dugtrio because they do run Sash, and they also run Choice Scarf. Though Choice Scarf, Dugtrio does have to think twice about switching in with Rocks Up, Hidden Power Ice. Can KO. I mean, it can KO from neutral in general. So even Focus Sash, Dugtrio has to be careful. But then again, so does Tapu Koko if it's Choice Scarf. Even Choice Scarf, excuse me, has to be careful. But even then, so does Tapu Koko if it's Choice Scarf. But again, Tapu Koko has that option of U-turning. Sorry about that, my chair. Tapu Koko also has the option of running Sugar Berry. I've run into that before. Just U-turn out of there and having utility in Roost, Taunt, and Nature's Madness. But as an offensive electric type, I think it does thrive in the tier, or will thrive in the tier. Again, the thing it does have of Zapdos is just its amazing speed. And that's the really big thing that Manectric has going for it. And you can't really deviate much from this standard set. It doesn't learn anything else. Maybe Discharge if you want to Paralyze. That's about it. Flamethrower, Overeat. I wouldn't run Hidden Power, Grass, and OU because Hidden Power Ice hits like some of the massive threats and some of the most used Pokemon. I'm talking Zygarde, Garchomp, and Landorus T, of course. But the fact that you do get that auto speed boost is really, really, really cool. Just being able to outspeed so many mons in the tier just prior, just to turn you Mega Evolve. And I think that's just one of the main things, obviously, that Manectric does have going for it. So I do know any thoughts on Mega Manectric. Of course, you can leave them down below. I'm open to just hearing. This was just me free balling or just spitballing or whatever the term is called. Just talking. That's what the term is. But again, Intimidate is really cool, being able to check Pinsir and stuff like that. But yeah, in any case, guys, thank you everybody for watching. Hope you guys either learned something, or I hope I sparked some type of discussion in the comments. That's the main thing. And I do want to know your thoughts, and if you did enjoy this, I'll be doing this again with other Pokemon like Abomasnow, like Mega Sceptile, like Pert. Though some of those mons, I feel like they're going to be in lower tiers. Manectric, I feel like Manectric has at the least UU and OU most likely, but at the least be a UU mon. But in any case, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.